Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. So we are transforming from winter to mud season. We are getting a nice February thaw, and according to the long range weather report, we're supposed to stay above the 40s for the next couple of weeks. That takes us to just about mid-March, and by then, quite honestly, the snow will be about done. I've had a tough time this winter. I just, quite honestly, I was not prepared for anywhere near 2 feet of snow. Typically in my area, we get 6 or 8 inches. It melts down, so I could keep moving. I mean, even as of now, places where it hasn't melted but hasn't drifted, I still have about a foot of snow on the ground. So once again, this snow just paralyzed me. So let's get to the announcement. So I ordered the new carport today. It cost $5,222.44. That is approximately $1,500 more than the first one I ordered. But given that the first one I ordered was never going to show up, let's go with the second one. The carport will be 24 by 24 on 7-foot legs. It will be a traditional carport, which, you know, is just kind of an upside down U. I have to build it myself, and it's coming from VersaTube. The metal is American made metal. For the legs and the sheet metal. They will drop it off. The sheet metal comes first, then the legs, ribs, horizontals come, and then I get to put together. According to the videos and the way it looks and all, they claim that two people could put it together in approximately a weekend. And given that it's only 24 by 24, I mean, it's simple as laying out the 2 horizontals. They have little uprights on them so that you can stab the ribs into them. Obviously, the ribs have to be assembled. They have to be stabbed in. Then it's a matter of putting sheet metal all over the place. And you kind of have to do that in the right sequence so that you can access the top and sides and so forth. You don't kind of paint yourself into the corner like the last panel to go on is the top, but how do you get there without crawling across it and denting it all up? So that's the big announcement. The other company is still messing with my Discover card, but if they keep it up, I think Discover might drop them. The other company, not that I can say their name out loud, because then they could sue me for slander, and not that they would win that lawsuit, but they could make me get a lawyer and go to court and all kinds of other stuff, so let's stay away from that. But anyway, they were on Facebook, and I have the following suggestions for anybody who's ordering a carport. Unless you know, like they put up a carport for one of your neighbors or something, unless you know them that way, or you know they're right local to you or something like that, there are some questions you should ask before you let them put up or you place an order with them. Ask them if the company that's taking your order is the same company that's going to manufacture your carport. In my case, it was not. The company that took my money took the down payment and they put an order in with another company. Well, the other company doesn't manufacture carports during the winter. The other company was having trouble getting metal because they used Chinese metal, and with the recent import restrictions, they really couldn't get metal. So when I called them up and said, where the heck is my carport? They said, oh, what did you wait? 12 weeks? It's going to be another 12 to 24 weeks. I'm like, yo, I'm not waiting until midsummer to get a carport. So I had Discover reverse the charges, at which time the company from Facebook kept putting the charges back on. Every month I'd get them removed and they'd put them right back on, and I'd get them removed. I complained to Discover and they said that they were going to deal with them. So I'm not quite sure what dealing with them means, but hopefully when I get the newest Discover card, it will not be put back on again. It's really interesting that somebody's taking deposits for carports they really cannot deliver. There's no way they could deliver them. And quite honestly, the manufacturing company, given that they can't get metal, I mean, they might just go out of business, yet they're still taking deposits, right? Cute, eh? So that's the big announcement. My carport is coming. They say I should have it by the last week of March or the first week of April. So that's only, what, 5 weeks away? 4 or 5 weeks away. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it coming. For anybody who's built a carport, put together a metal carport, it comes with everything, all the fasteners, everything I need to put it together. But if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. Probably the way it'll work, my buddy will help me with the sheet metal and putting the ribs up and so forth. I'll probably assemble the base pieces, the little mini uprights that go on the base pieces that you stab the ribs into, right? I'll probably assemble maybe a couple of the ribs just to be kind of in a rolling situation. And then my buddy will probably help me stab them into place and help me sheet metal it, right? Help me get that done. When you're putting sheet metal like that on, remember there are probably, well, forget probably, there are 7 ribs, and the sheet metal has to be, I'm going to use the word bolted into each rib, right? In a few different places. I think at least 3, 4, 5 places. So that's a lot of sheet metal attaching to do. That's a lot of bolts. I'm using the word bolt. They don't have anything retaining on the other side, so I guess they would be considered self-tapping Phillips heads. There you go. So that's what I'm up to. Once again, anybody who's built one, if they have any suggestions, let me know. And I know I'm probably going to get this right in comment. 24 by 24, you're all going to tell me isn't big enough. And I'm going to say, yeah, you're right. But 24 by 24 is the most that I could afford. It's as big as I could get away with. And hopefully between that and some pallet shelving and some, hopefully I'll part out some things that should be parted out so they take up less of a footprint. So hopefully the 24 by 24 takes me a long way toward getting organized. That's my hope and desire. We'll see if it works out. Whenever one finds themselves in a difficult circumstance, which I worked my way into with this hoard, it's important to put together a plan. And right now, my plan is that carport. Not all plans work, so you got to change things. But I think this 24 by 24 will take me a long way in the right direction. So, in the meantime, I need you all to keep your feet down, your heads up, and I need you to get out and enjoy each and every day, especially when the sky is clear blue like this. You really can't do any better than that. Once again, from my buddy on New York Southern Tier, enjoy the cloudless sky. Hopefully you have one too. Bye now.